Yes, my shit right here. So that's my shit right here. Welcome back to another episode of Road to William. Today, first off, thank you to the new subscribers. Today's video, I wanted to focus on voting more closer to first time voters, people who are still nervous to vote, just some videos to encourage, to listen and see what other people's advice they could give for people who are still on the fence. So
Continue to bring you stories this morning about how Black history has shaped Atlanta. The passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 outlawed any racial discrimination at the polls, meaning here in Atlanta, the end of decades of voter suppression tactics aimed at Black voters. While the history and data reveals, every election, Black voters have increasing power in Democratic primaries. In fact, Black voters make up about 20% of all Democratic voters, according to data from the Pew Research Center. But one of the most well-known civil rights activists in our state, now in her 90s, wants to know if young voters know voting matters.
Ahead of Super Tuesday, civil rights pioneer Josie Johnson is curious about Black voters.
How are we going to urge our people to truly think about voting and voting rights in the serious form that our ancestors believed and died for?
Johnson risked her life in the late 50s and 60s fighting for voting fairness. We talked to her about suppression of the Black vote last month.
Well, darling, that's the whole new struggle.
At the end of every interview, I say, "What else can you share that I haven't asked?" And Josie flipped the script.
I'm interested in your generation of Black people and their sense of the right to vote.
So we put out a call on social media asking voters to respond.
I'm Miles Mendez. I'm 18 years old. This will be my first time voting.
My name is Robert Harper. I'm 26 years old. This will be my third time voting in the presidential election.
Do they feel elders, ancestors have created an environment for them to want to vote and to be active and engaged?
I'm not really sure.
There's a gap between older African Americans who are active and participating in policy and people my age. A lot of folks my age don't understand, what Super Tuesday is or what the importance of it is. A lot of folks don't feel that their voice is impactful, not only at a local level, but also on a larger scale.
I just learned today that voting on Tuesday is going to be a big part of what comes in November.
I really want to know how our young people feel about the society today. Do they feel safe?
In the United States today, I would say I feel safe, but I do not feel politicians and policies are working in the best interest of people who look like me.
We don't always have the fair rights.
We have got to keep teaching, but we also have to prove that it matters and that things change. So many of our people don't see change.
I think it's our opportunity as younger people to kind of take up what they've left off and do the best we can.
History shows that if we show up to the polls and vote, we have the power to influence outcomes.
For more insight on where people, especially young people, are ahead of Election Day, Melissa and I went to my nail salon, Cosmo Beauty Bar in Washington, D.C., to speak with 3 millennial Black women, one of whom is voting in North Carolina, about their plans this November. How are folks feeling about this election season? It's crazy, to say the least.
Yeah, I was feeling a little iffy. The first time that I was able to vote was for Hillary Clinton.
Oh.
That was my first and last time. Because I felt like, I felt hope that Hillary would win. I felt excitement from the community around me. I just had so much hope. And then look what happened. And so now I'm like, did my vote really matter? I don't know.
Were you excited to vote before the switch, or were you just going to sit it out?
I was probably going to sit it out as well.
Oh, wow.
I agree. I was definitely sitting it out. I was not voting at all before the switch. I'm still up in the air. Obviously, I'm a Muslim woman, so It's very nerve-wracking and very scary for me. It's already hard wearing hijab in public. So when you talk about things like Project 25, it's kind of scary.
Are you suggesting, for both of you actually, are you suggesting that you could potentially vote for Donald Trump, or are you saying?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's really
Okay.
just about sitting out the election as
Yeah,
opposed
I
to
mean,
voting for
and-
someone.
I'm rooting for everything Black,
Mhm.
if I'm being super honest. So if I'm voting, that's the way I'm going regardless. But I mean, I'm still nervous.
My original opinions were I was going to vote for Biden. I wasn't totally confident in him, but I was confident in who he would surround himself with. I'd rather vote the celery stick into the office rather than Trump. So I'm just like, I'm hopeful that she can get the job done.
I don't think Donald Trump has done anything for us in the past, and I definitely don't think he would do anything now. Everybody keeps screaming, "Oh, we got $1,200 stimulus check."
Tired of that.
I'm so sick of that. Like, I'm so sick of hearing about this $1,200 that y'all spent the day that you got it. Okay, it's gone. It's been gone for years. Like, let it go.
I just don't think, really, to be honest, I just don't feel like my vote matters. Really? Yeah, I just really don't. And it's sad because if enough people think like me, then maybe that would matter.
Yeah.
So
What are the issues that would inspire you to vote, and how are they not being addressed right now by government? Not any particular candidate, but just sort of government in general.
student loans. I understand, like, okay, Biden said he dismissed all of those student loans.
Again,
I didn't see it on my
the
account.
Supreme Court.
I didn't either.
Student loan.
I didn't either.
I mean, like, I think this is a really important point, right? I mean, we live in a system where governments can do things, but there's always this other check.
But I do know some people that still, even given the Supreme Court, got their student loans forgiven now. And not me yet. I'm waiting on them to click my box. They haven't hit my box yet. But you don't know anybody who's had their student debt.
Nobody, not one person.
I think definitely like the police reform is like a really big thing, especially for the Black community, because like every day we gotta tweet free somebody or like RIP somebody or rest in like, and it's sad and it's emotionally draining for us as a community and people, because like, and it's always some crazy situation where someone should not have had to die.
Sonia
I
Massey.
was just about to mention that. Yeah.
Help y'all. What do you need help with?
How'd that make you feel when you heard what Donald Trump specifically said in response to Sonia Massey's killing?
We need to have our police officers have the respect and dignity back.
My feelings were hurt. I'm a woman for one, and I'm raising a little boy, so it's just like I especially in DC, I worry for my son every day.
You talk about every issue except reproductive rights, which, if you follow the news, is the most important issue for women. Is it important for you all?
Absolutely.
I'm 100%. I'm pro-choice, but I personally, for myself, don't believe in abortion. But I don't believe in putting my personal choices on other people. So even though I don't believe in an abortion, I don't believe that because I believe that, it's right for everybody.
I actually know someone right now, close friend of mine, who is going through this situation. And she said they are making it so hard.
The situation, she's pregnant and she
Yes.
does not want to.
She does not want to be. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Do you think any of these candidates are addressing the questions of reproductive rights from a frame of like, I have children and I want to raise them in conditions of economic security and safety, and what are you doing for me, government?
I don't know. The only thing I know about Vice President Harris, I think she's historically the first vice president or president who's actually like visited a Planned Parenthood and like spoken on that. That's the only thing.
Any thoughts about the down ballot races? And does that change your calculus on if you're going to participate in this election for folks that were saying, I don't know if I'm going to vote?
I feel like the down ballot races are more important.
So does that mean you are thinking about voting in this election down ballot?
Yes.
But you're undecided if you're going to leave the top of the ticket blank.
Undecided.
Everybody talks about Black women and how Black women are holding up the mantle of democracy. And that Black women gonna save the world and they gonna save Democrats. What do you think about that notion?
Are you ready to hold up democracy?
Absolutely not.
You know, Black women have to play superwoman to so many things. I know a lot of Black women, a lot of the Black community are just kind of like, they just expect us to support them and what have they done for us.
I feel like they put us at this high standard, and if VP Harris is elected, and if she doesn't do the things that she says she's going to do in these 4 years, right? It's going to be, oh, she promised us this, she didn't do this, which is the same thing for everything that Biden promised or everything that Trump has promised. But they're going to put more pressure on her because she's a Black woman.
She's on the glass cliff.
Yeah, for sure.
Does it matter to you that we're at a point in history where Black women are running for Congress and winning, and that America could potentially elect their first woman president, woman of color, who is a woman who is Black and of South Asian descent?
I love that. I love that we're at a point in time that we can have these opportunities as Black women, as Asian women.
What in her plan would convince you that, yes, this is my candidate and this is my moment?
Yes, affordable housing, reproductive rights, like what's she going to do to make it easier for people who, you know, are in a predicament that they don't want to be in. Healthcare as well, affordable healthcare, and police reform. If I hear her plans on that and I like it, I'll vote.
All right, we done got Dee to commit that she is going to the ballot. To hear the plan straight from the mouth of the young millennial Black women of America, honey. Thank y'all so much for your time.
I think we're gonna end it there. Quick video, short video for today. Dropping daily. Be on the lookout for new videos. In the meantime, check out the latest video with me and my cousin. We debated the best skate film, ATL versus Roll Bounce. Go over there, add to the combo. I seen someone mention the skating rinks they used to go to, and go ahead, let us know where you used to skate at, where you skate at now. But yeah, let me know how you felt about this video. I think the discussion between the Black women were very informative. It gave us clear points, clear demands of what we are asking for people who are running. You know, I feel like if you hear the people, don't keep saying the same old say. We got to see something. No one saw any dent into that student loans. You almost question it, like, okay, then who received it? We're gonna keep blowing off this topic. Less than a month. However you vote, make sure you vote. Start paying attention. It's gonna impact it. It impacts people's lives every time. But this is just our duty. If you ever feel like you don't have a say in the world, that is your say. That is a big say. But yeah, y'all, let me know in the comments how you felt about this video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, say something in the comments, keep it positive, keep it informative, and let's continue to learn and grow. Peace out.